Hi guys, I'm Sam. For those of you who have no idea where here is, it's a city named Suwon in South Korea. It's 1 hour and 30 minutes away from Seoul, which is my hometown. It's a place called Hwaseong Haengung. It's a famous historical site in Suwon. This is gonna be my second YouTube video, and where I will talk about my thoughts of my life, my career. By the way, I'm 23 right now. I feel so old. Look at my face. Right now, I'm in a state where I'm so confused. I started my Instagram channel in last April, so this month is basically my 8th month of my personal branding. To begin with my background, I was born in South Korea, right here in Suwon, in 2002. And around 2 years later, our family moved to China, the northern China. When I was 4 years old, our family moved to the Guangdong province, which is somewhere near Hong Kong and Macau. And I was able to learn lots of different languages. I'm native in both Korean and Mandarin. And right now I'm speaking English, of course, because I studied in an international school until high school graduation. So I speak fluent English. And lastly, I speak Cantonese, which is like Guangdonghua, which is spoken in the Guangdong province, including Macau and Hong Kong. That's how I started. I just felt like maybe this multilingual thingy can be a unfair advantage of mine, which I'm actually better than the average people. So yeah, that's how I started. And then I post my first ever a reel on Instagram, which is about how to say suit, like clothes, suit, in 5 languages, which include Korean, Mandarin, English, Cantonese, and Japanese. I do speak a little bit of Japanese, but not to the extent where I can, tell people that I speak Japanese. Right now, I'm in my 8th month of personal branding. Actually, you know what? I achieved, I don't know, I don't think I have a specific goal when I first started. I've always been wanting to do this, but then I've never started, I don't know why, what stopped me or what blocked me, but then since 2018, I always wanted to try and do something on YouTube and on social media, because I can see these people are making millions and gazillions on social media, and then I'm like, okay, maybe I can do that. I'm not that bad. I kind of realized the reason why I've been delaying, I've been procrastinating all the way to 2025. It's not because I'm not good enough or I lack of any characteristic. The biggest reason was actually the fear. I still remember I was filming myself talking in English, and then I just feel like I'm so dumb speaking in English, because English, first of all, is not my mother tongue, and I would worry if, once I post this video on YouTube and people would start judging me, okay, this guy speak crap English and strong accent and all that, and yeah, I was just worried about people judging me, all about how other people think about me, because when I was in middle school, I was extremely aware of other people's sight. Whatever I do, I just feel like people are observing me and people will start judging me. But I realize people do not care at all. I still remember my first reel, I got 3,000 views. That was actually a lot more than I expected. And then I was pretty consistent. I posted videos on a daily basis, and I realized, okay, 3,000 views, maybe I can do it, 10K real quick. But then it didn't happen. It didn't happen for until a month later. And then that's the moment I realized people do not care about you. And there's an idea called spotlight effect, which basically means you think the spotlight is on top of you. Like the spotlight is only reflecting on you, whereas where you think you are the main character in the world. But the fact is, you don't get the attention as much as you think. So the biggest mistake people cannot start social media, this kind of thingy, is because they thought or they think, people care about them or people would judge them. But bro, you have to realize that, before people judge, they don't even care. Once people start to caring about you, right now I've got like almost like 15K followers on Instagram, and then I will start receiving some hater, hating messages, and that's the moment you realize, okay, before you get judged, you need attention first. You get the attention first, and then you will get compliments, you get neutral messages, you will get, negative messages and all that. Right now I'm in a stage where cringe, it's so weird, I'm so scared. This thing doesn't matter at all, but I'm shifting to the direction where I can be more original. Because the idea of personal branding is that it's personal, very personal. It's something about me, I found myself constantly looking for ideas from other people's ideas, and then I would just check their views, and then, okay, if the views from the videos are super high, or those viral videos, I'll just start copying. And at first I was like, okay, I think everybody do this, it doesn't really matter. Like, this is like a trend in social media. When there's a meme, and then everybody would just follow that meme, and everybody would just go viral and follow the trend and all that. But then at some point, I came across this guy called Daniel Dillon, and then I fell in love with his videos. The thing about his video is that it's very special and it's very original, and I can tell in the first second of his video that this is his masterpiece. And that moment hit me hard in my heart. Because my first video about shoot, my first video about speaking, saying a word in different languages was very original. I didn't get the idea from anybody else. I didn't copy anyone's idea. I was just like, okay, I can speak many languages. Maybe I can try doing these kind of videos. And then that was super original. Even though the view was only 3,000, even though the view was not really high, but then that's something that made Sam. Something that's very personal. The movie director of Parasite, whose name is Bong Joon-ho, very successful guy who won the Oscar award. He once said that creativity comes from originality. Creativity is all about you. It's all about how to tell a story, like what I'm doing right now. Because your story is very unique. Everybody's got their unique life. And then sometimes people just forget about it. They will see the life of those celebrity football players, that's those crazy rich, personalities, and be like, wow, their life is so fancy. I want to do something like that. Wow, their life is so fancy, and my life is so dark, dull, and boring. But the thing is, people only see the fancy side of those people. They've never seen the struggles those people overcame in their life. Right now, it's December 29th. Okay, not even 3 days, okay? 2 days and a half before 2026. And by 2026, it's a year in Asian culture with an idea called the 12 Zodiac. I was born in the horse year, and next year is going to be horse year. So it's a very meaningful year for me because next year basically means I'm turning into 24. I'm gonna graduate, and I gotta find ways to have a living. So basically my goals would be to be as original as possible. Over the past 8 months, I started good with my originality, but then I don't know, I somehow lost my core value, something that comes from myself. I started copying from other people. I don't want to miss this direction because I think I'm now in a very important stage where things are happening. And in Korean, there's a saying that goes 바늘도둑이 소도둑 된다, which literally means a needle thief will become a cow thief. It basically means a habit you form when you were young. If you don't try to find ways to fix it, it will follows you all the way to die. So, and that habits will become bigger and bigger. If it's good, it's gonna compound in a better way. But if it's bad, it's gonna lead you. It's gonna cause you problem. So yeah, I'm basically reflecting myself in this cozy area. Actually, it's not cozy at all. It's freaking cold. Just filming myself, talking to myself. I have been procrastinating posting videos on YouTube. Just feel like I'm not good enough. But then at the end of the day, you never know when you're good enough, and you can never achieve perfectionism. The only thing you can do is never giving up and push forward and believe in yourself, because if you don't believe in yourself, who will? If there's anybody who's watching this video, have no idea what they want to do in their life, as I did before until like 8 months ago, or anybody who is having a job that they hate, or anybody is just not happy with their life, I just want to say, go and try anything you could. And in my case, everything started from social media, and we are living in an era of AI and community. There are so many things could be replaced by AI, which basically means job market is going to be smaller and smaller, and people will be more competitive. How can you survive in this era? People who take advantage of AI and people who take advantage of social media. I think that's one of the many ways you can survive in the world and make your life a bit better. I'm from South Korea. If you're watching this from China, if you're watching this from Hong Kong, if you're watching this from anywhere, it doesn't matter. We can always get connected. I will post videos about my thoughts, about my personal branding journey, and everything I think is beneficial and meaningful that I could share with people. I'll try to make it as much as possible. Thank you for watching.